All you can talk about is money. People are dying.
What?
Now we're looking at the raging debate.
All right, folks. We're here. One more. Hold on. This one, I'm always afraid you're going to get mad at me when I play this one.
These people are lost and on drugs, and they have venereal diseases.
Not the PulseWavers. Other people. PulseWavers are great people. So, welcome everybody. We are here. It's Thursday. It's your global ALGO shift update, and we couldn't be more excited. So, how's it going, Dex?
What up? What up? What up, man? Good to be here. Just think about it. We have a 3-day weekend coming up, man. What's not to like?
Good Friday is the greatest.
That's right.
Good Friday was always my absolute favorite when I was in ministry. I would go nuts on Good Friday. I always got to talk about my specialty, no doubt. So that was my thing. But we've got some really cool updates for you folks, and I feel like how are we ever going to top ourselves again? Because what we're doing right now with the pulse waves is insane in the membrane. So let's see if I could put this into words. I'm going to share my screen. Bunch of things to update you folks on. First off, those of you who are pro members, we now have a special pro blog for you. And I don't have my normal mouse. I'm really frustrated. My trackpad mouse broken, so I'm using this old mouse. So for those of you who are pro members, we now have a pro member blog. This one now includes the daily trade journal, which is Dex not just opening his screen and clicking buttons. He's talking through his trades, explaining what he's doing, why he's doing it, all of these things. So if you're a pro member, you get that. Here's another thing. If you're not a member, you haven't joined PulseWave Trading, we now have a 14-day free trial on our pro membership. Just go to PulseWave Trading. You'll see pricing or a million places to click. You'll find it. We now have our pro membership comes with a 14-day free trial. Also, this one is probably what I'm most excited about because, one of the things we're passionate about is getting people into trading, is getting people using these pulse waves. And so we've come up with something that we're going to do. And this is a new part of the membership. We're going to keep doing this. Those of you who are part of our $11 a month Pulse Waivers Paradise membership, if you're part of that or any of our other memberships, we're now going to include our Sunday trade journal. So you're going to get the first of the week, the first trade journal of the week is now for all of our members. Next, and this one is really exciting. In addition to our 2 times a week traders training, I was having trouble getting that out of my brain. Twice a week, we're doing our traders training, which actually right after this, we're like an hour late for today's. Dex got caught in traffic, so sorry about that. They're usually on time. The trains usually run on time here. But our traders training, twice a week we're doing it. We're going in. We're talking about the nuts and bolts of what we're doing. It is now going to start every week. Those 2 trader trainings are going to start with an ETH trade update. So you'll be able to see Dex trading the ETH futures on KuCoin. You'll be seeing that in the trade journals on Sunday. If you're a pro member, you'll see that all week. But for those of you who are PulseWave Paradise members, you get that ETH report in your reports. You'll now be able to watch Dex trade that report, and you'll get his Sunday trade followed up with 2 updates, Tuesday and Thursday generally. So that's a new part of that membership. I'm extremely excited about it. If you're watching this, right after this, we're going to be, in fact, I'll show you what we're doing. Right after this, we're doing our Thursday trader training with Dex. You click on that, and it's a Google Meet. And yes, when you use Google products, you get the mark of the beast. It can't be helped. You're probably already infected. So just click there, and we'll do that a few minutes after this broadcast is over. What's up, Thomas? So check that out. That's what we're doing today. We're going to do our first ever ETH trade update. And Dex is super excited, and I'm super excited. So that's it, Dex. It's your turn, man. How are you doing today? Are you excited or what?
Oh yeah, man. I'm just peachy. I'm just peachy right now. things are looking very interesting today, to say the least. Very interesting. I don't even know where to begin. Let's see. Thomas says UVXY got smashed yesterday when someone bought $100,000 in puts. Wow. See why you need the pulse waves, man? UVXY can be quite beastly at times. Quite beastly. A lot of these markets can be quite beastly.
Yeah.
That's why you need the pulse waves, man. That 14-day free trial right there is no joke. We're going to let you kick the tires. We are so excited about the service that we're able to do that, because we believe strongly that once you kick the tires, trust me, you're gonna realize about the pulse waves. Where have you been all my life? I hear you saying that already. Where have you been all my life? So take the 14-day challenge. Prove it to yourself. See how powerful these pulse waves are. And I have to tell you, man, they just got a little bit more powerful. Just a tad. Just a smidgen.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I found all my buttons, so
I love it.
It wasn't a great reason to play that quote, but I found a reason. So, all right, I've got this UVXY on the screen. If you want to comment on it, Dex.
Yeah, man. Okay, so UVXY. What do you say about UVXY? Okay, so as you know, coming into today, yesterday you had that bear market rally in the U.S. equities. So UVXY is what you buy when the market is falling. So of course it will get, smashed. But if you look at it, it really wasn't that bad. This is one of those securities that are always doing reverse splits and things of that nature. So right now it's still, as of yesterday's close, it finished in a bear pattern, a bear market. Then today it got, smashed down some more. So coming into today, the only thing I could tell you was, people were looking to short the thing. There's no buy on it as I see it right now. There's just no way to do that. The system is still on the sell side of things. Now, I know there was some people talking about, the markets. Is this the top in the stock market, whatever? Like I showed in the last live that I did, I explained that right now there's, this global algo shift that's underway. Now, not all the markets have been infected just yet. It's going in stages, but you can see the result before your eyes. It is happening. You can't just make this stuff up. This stuff is happening. There is an algo shift going on right now, and the markets are starting to react to it. They're trying to adjust, like, oh no, what do we do now? Are we supposed to rally, or are we supposed to fall? And there's so many things happening. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. You got all these micro and macroeconomic realities come into play. It's just ridiculous. You got big institutional money trying to bias the markets. For example, you saw how Bitcoin, ran up yesterday, right? So what it did was it kicked you out of shorts. And I'm talking about the cash. I'm not talking about the futures. I'm talking about the cash. The cash ran up long before the futures ever had a chance to even think about doing it. And then as we speak right now, Bitcoin futures, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin futures are down 1,240 points. You can't make this stuff up.
Wow.
Now, I showed everyone the disparity between the prices, and I showed in the last night's video too, how there was some very critical bearish pointers on the charts, especially the futures charts. And futures, whether you like it or not, tends to lead all cash markets. Case in point, the E-mini S&P 500 will typically lead the S&P cash index, okay? Now, there are times when the index starts to lead the futures, and you have a situation like that, and that's what we had last night. You had the cash market, your Bitcoin cash market, leading the futures, and it was leading to the upside. All right, and that caused the futures to move too. Now, there is a secret price pattern when it comes to indexes versus the actual tradables. Let me explain. We'll use the E-mini S&P as an example. So the E-mini S&P 500 is a futures contract based off of the S&P 500 cash index. When I say index, we're talking about the SPOOs. The SPY is the ticker. SPY, Sam, Pamela, Yo-Yo. Okay. Now that SPY will sometimes lead the E-mini S&P 500. Like let's say the S&P is trading at let's say 500. All right, we'll just throw a wild number out there. Okay,
right.
And that's what it's doing. Okay, so if it's trading at 500, the SPY, let's say the E-mini S&P 500 may only be trading at 450. Okay, so there's a $50 gap in the price, and let's say it's doing this while the market is leading, it's going higher. So let's say the last 4 trading sessions, the market was green, and the cash is at 500, and the E-mini is at 450. What does that tell you when you look at it? For most people, it tells them absolutely nothing. It means nothing to them at all. But they'd be wrong.
Yeah.
What it's telling you is until the futures catches up with that cash index, the market is going higher. As long as the cash market is ahead of the futures and you're in an uptrend, you got a lot more higher to go. Same thing in the reverse. If the market's in a downturn and the S&P 500, the E-mini is lower than the SPY, then it's telling you that the SPY has a lot further to fall to catch up to its counterpart. That's how it is. All right. I didn't make it up. It's just the way it has always been. So you can almost set your watch to it as far as getting an idea of where the market is headed. Now, I bring all that up because, once again, the Bitcoin futures coming in today based on what the market did yesterday, the futures was giving us a buy signal. However, looking at the cash now, it was giving a sell signal. It flipped. Coming into yesterday, Bitcoin and Ethereum had a buy signal, which we took in the cash market while I was holding my shorts in the futures. Well, I got stopped out of my Ethereum futures short, but I'm still short the Bitcoin futures that never got triggered on the upside move. Very curious time. So something is happening, and I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I believe that the futures is leading the cash market, and that whatever you saw yesterday was a sign of things to come. So when that cash market rallied and influenced the futures to rally with it, today the futures are down and the cash market is too. They're trading together like they're supposed to. No more divergence between them. So that's telling me that unless something happens between today and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time, we could be looking at another leg down, a major leg down in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So how will you know this? If the system gives us a sell signal for both the Bitcoin and Ethereum futures and the Bitcoin and Ethereum cash market, watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out. So yeah, we getting punched in the face a little bit in the cash market today, but it depends on what these markets, how they settle by 6 p.m. on Sunday. We'll see what happens. Not that what you see right now doesn't mean anything until we settle on Sunday. So I don't care if the market goes up and down a zillion points. If it goes up a zillion points, then goes down a zillion points, it means nothing until Sunday at 6 p.m.
Another
so
cool
that's how we'll
thing.
know what the real trend will be for next week.
Another cool thing we haven't talked about in a while, and it's relevant because we're about to go live with our members only trading thing, is that you're trading the ETH, the example that you're using. They don't have to do this, but what you're doing, you're using the ETH futures on KuCoin, and the account is funded with actual ETH, which means you don't have to sell any ETH to make money off of it if it's going down. And what you're making will be ETH, which is pretty cool if you're a hodler. And I mean, you know, my thinking is we're on the edge of who knows what. So holding the cryptos is super important to me. So it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to make money off of the volatility when it's going down without having to sell out of it and risk that you're going to miss some huge candle some morning because of who knows what in the news. So at least for my mind, that's the way I love to trade cryptos. So that's what we're going to be doing. In fact, we're going to do that right now. Again, just a recap of some of the new things we're doing. PulseWave Trading for pro members, 14-day free trial if you want to try. If you're a new member and you want to try our pro membership out. For those of you who are PulseWave Paradise members, we're now adding the ETH trade update. You're going to get the full trade journal on Sunday. Pro members get it all week. And then you're going to get Tuesday and Thursday trader trainings to help you be successful in using the Pulse Waves, but also our ETH trade update on those days, which we're going to do right now. We're going to see you there 1 p.m. Eastern, 4 minutes from now. Thank you all so much for being with us. We're over and we're out.
Peace.